Okay. So I'm here, and I never thought in my wildest dream that I would actually have to come to the community and use the resources that's here. But T-Mobile turned my phone line off, and now I'm getting me a free phone. It's embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie, but it's something that I feel like I have to do. You know what I mean? This is not really embarrassing. It's just a part of developing myself. I'm in the process of trying to help myself so I could become a better person or a contributing member of society. And so I'm not really sure that is much. I don't really know all of the community resources, but I would really strongly advise if you live in a community and you're going through a rough time, take advantage of the resources that's in the community. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. We sometimes you rise and sometimes you fall. So 10 times you fall, you rise 1,000 times. Okay, so thank God for. I never thought I would ever be saying this, but I'm just happy that there are resources in the community, which is not going to cost me nothing but some time. The only thing is, the lines are long and all these other things, but there are. It just sends a sense of release to you. No, when you like first get you a job or whatever, because remember, I've always known myself to be somebody that works, okay? And COVID and all this other stuff just changed a whole lot of things. I even got some roses. Roses is something that I wouldn't normally buy, like with my money, my hard working money. I would buy roses, but because of what's going on with me, I can't really afford to buy these roses like I used to. And so now I can tell people about what service I receive. Oops. And hopefully people will be able to come out and use it. Like I use the Los Angeles Library. I use that place when I find out that when you read 3 books, you get goodies. You know what I mean? So I started reading books. You know what I mean? I literally started reading books. And I'm happy that I'm reading these books because of the books that I'm reading, I'm starting to be more verbal. I'm starting to not be afraid to speak. And sometimes now when I'm having a conversation with people, I could say, okay, I read such and such books, and this book said such and such, other than the Bible. You know what I mean? That's the only book I was willing to read was the Bible. But now, since they started that program where you read 3 books, you get a little goodie, I'm like, I'm gonna read. So I started reading books. So I read 3 books so far. You know what I mean? And I would encourage anybody to read because knowledge is power. And when you read, it opens up the horizon, and all your possibilities and all your impossibilities, whatever the case may be, become possible. You know what I mean? And you feel more confident about yourself. You feel more at ease, like just by having a friendly conversation with somebody. When you having conversation with people, you want to be informative. You want to be able to share the knowledge and the experiences that you have with other people and not just be stingy and keep that all to yourself. So use the community resources. They're here. Use them. Don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. Even if somebody see you going up inside whatever building it is, do not be embarrassed, because I'm low key embarrassed, but it's just a part of life. I'm not gonna use them and just not take advantage of this opportunity. I've never known to be a user. I'm always the one that gives. So to get some free roses, that's a good thing for me. And when I do get back on my feet, which is pretty soon, because I finally got me a job, I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna remember everything. I honestly wish if it was something in the community that could help me pay my car note and my insurance on my car. I mean, even to get gas, you know, I forgot to get the tap card from the guy, but I have to catch the bus to work because gas is so expensive, you know what I mean? But I catch the bus, and I'm not embarrassed to catch the bus. You know, what I'm embarrassed of is not getting up and doing anything and just sitting at home. Like, people assume that I just want to sit at home and collect government unemployment or whatever the case may be. I don't want to sit at home. That money that the government is giving me, it's not gonna suffice. It's not gonna make me feel no type of happiness. It's gonna heal some of my pain. So yeah, I know my phone bill was relevantly high when T-Mobile decided to cut my line off, but for me being a customer for 15 years plus, like 15, 16, almost 16 years, you know, they could have gave me, if I would have stayed like maybe 4 or 5 months, you know, not paying my bill or whatever, it's understandable, cut it off, because apparently I'm not gonna. But come on, if I call y'all and I say, look, I'm going through some rough time right now, blah, 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 just let my phone bill stay on until, because look, T-Mobile don't need my money. They got money up the yin yang. They got big CEOs, companies that, you know what I mean? They don't need my little $200-300. They didn't need that, you know. But hey, like the guy said, the T-Mobile customer service rep, when I was talking to him, he said, you need the service, you have to pay for it. So yeah, you need the phone on, you have to pay for it. I'm like, all right, fine, but I can't afford to pay it. So then what? You can't afford it, you can't have it. That's just the world. It's not just T-Mobile. That's just how the world is being set up. That's just how the world is being operated. You know what I mean? So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna get lost in the crowd, or are you gonna figure out a way of how you're gonna not fall behind? Because boy, oh boy, if I didn't get shown, if my creator didn't show me how to get around this and do that, I think I'd be one miserable chick right now. Like right now, my tire is flat, but I'm driving around on my dummy. There it is, right there. And then, see? Bam. But one thing with me, I'm ever grateful, like, for every struggle that I struggle. It either it's gonna make you stronger, or it's gonna make you weaker. And that's what you gotta decide. At the end of your struggle, what am I gonna allow this thing to do to me? Break me or make me stronger? Break you or make you stronger? And you really gotta think about that. Because especially if you got kids. If you got kids, you don't have no time to be weak. Not with these folks. Cause the world ain't being made no more for weak folks. So if you're weak, you gotta figure out how you gonna speed your game up. Everybody not made for this, but you gotta figure out how you gonna apply yourself. How are you gonna do this, man? Look at this door. It won't even open. Look at that. You see this? Sad, huh? Look at that. Turn the lock all the way to the left. Is this left or right? To the left. No, not this. Not the bottom one. The lock. See? I can't even get in my own freaking apartment. That's sad.